systems are amazing for a team with your reputation and your history.
Yeah, look, I think you've nailed a consistent problem all year of, clearances are a big problem, and particularly, if you want to go to... I think the bottom line is it's not the same team. We're not the same team. A fair bit of personnel change, and even the names that were part of the past aren't the same players. So in a multitude of areas, and that's manifesting itself in the things you're talking about. Centre square bounces, I think it's 8:30 over the last 2 games of AFL footy, which, you're starting with a hand tie on your back, and the season, the pattern is, which this would be good for our opposition, but it really is 30 minutes of... Our first quarters have been pretty good, and, you walk back up, and the last thing you expect after that first quarter is to get annihilated in clearances and contest the ball and entries 20-2 and all of those things. So it's a multitude of reasons, and I think everyone's got to get their head around, which I am, and I have slowly, that we're not the same team. It's a new season. The past is the past, and I know you're going to sit there and try and link lots of different areas, and I know there was another article today, but the reality is, for whatever reason, it's not the same. And I think what you've done is part of the solution, which is to identify what needs to be improved upon, and our ability to compete over 100 minutes, our ability to run without the ball. A lot of their midfielders just really stacked them and racked them because they're just running free, so when we give our forwards some opportunity, I think they look reasonable, and the defence in the end broke against the weight of numbers. So clearly, to watch that game Friday night, the calibre of midfield and the competing and the run and the spread both ways is a real feature of the top teams, and it's a big feature of us at the moment not doing it. So.
Are you suggesting to us that the shelf life of this term has been reached? I mean, to say it's different and it's not as good is probably obvious, but...
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, yeah. I'm not making any close-ended statements here. I think it's self-evident what occurred today, and it's probably as disappointed as I've been for a long time, But, I'm really in for the long haul. To see Sipos, he did some things today that you think, gee whiz, youth, and he's got to get fitter, but he showed some real class, and Cripps even in the third quarter. And so we'll continue to turn over players, and those that want to lead and run and work stay, and, as a coaching group and a playing group, you're part of the problem, you're part of the solution. It's pretty simple, really. And then, but there's a lot of hard work here. There's no quick fix.
Is this the sort of game where you do say, as you said, like the names are the same, but the players aren't the same, that you do start to...
Well, I think we've already started that process. We've had 6 debutants, and I think that's the second highest in the league, or equivalent, if you take out the Gold Coast. So, and then it's continuing the opportunities. Some have come in and gone out, but it's good to see Sipos back it up. And, but I wouldn't say they're just... the VFL's been steady, and we just got to keep working. Roll up the sleeves and do the work, and try and make good decisions, and play with more character than we're displaying, because it's a game of our football character that's been so strong is not strong at the moment. And you get exposed at this level pretty quickly if you haven't got strong football character. We're really easy to play against at the moment.
That group of 7 players who are not producing, obviously you don't lose your ability overnight, but is it an attitude thing with them rather than that?
I haven't got all the reasons as I sit here, but as I said, it's a multitude, but it's clear where it's at, and it's clear what we've got to try and deliver on, so I can't think what people are thinking. I'm not that good. I don't think anyone can they? So you just judge on what's put in front of you, and facilitate it, and continue to try and improve. You know, but I think we've got to really acknowledge the opposition today. To lose, I think Gillen went down with something serious, and then Hale went off, and Papullo. So, I mean, there was a window there, and you know, so they changed a few things up. But quite simply, we talk about leadership. When you become a good team, when things change on the field, you get organised and you adjust. And at the minute, our ability to do that. If you're waiting for the little green bloke to come all the time and organise who you got and man up, and Franklin's coming up and spitting out, and you know, they had 272 kicks. For 2 years we kept the opposition to 180 kicks, you know. So our work without the ball and our competing is at the bottom end of the competition. So they're the things we need to work on.
In a lot of ways, does adversity make you more desperate for them? Do you think the fact that they had this misfortune early and may have helped them in a strange sort of way?
I don't know. I can just tell you what they did. They worked pretty hard and they competed, and I can't think what the opposition are thinking and why. All I know is what occurred, and I'm just highlighting that they clearly, how they did that, I don't know.
Does that make it more frustrating for you that the opposition were 2 down, 2 big blokes down before half time, and yet they still managed to get on top of the team?
No. Well, I think the outcome is the outcome. You know, what they did it with doesn't really worry me. You know, I think it certainly highlights it was quite courageous of them, and they'd take a bit out of it. You know, but could you be any more disappointed whether they had 2 up or 2 down on you? You know, I don't think that's relevant. You know. Thank you.